Hello people, welcome back into the stream. Although, I knew I'd forget to change one thing. Just see if I have to resize it now. Don't think I have to resize it. Okay. I don't need... Hey Kathina, that was blooming fast. Right, okay, close all this down, close that down, close that down, close that down. Okay, don't really need everything. Right, okay. Get back on with this now. Right, okay, so kind of gonna head on out. So whatever. I've kind of been taking it really slowly, so what I'm looking for is the next level, which is 5 to 9 and 5 to 9. So there's kind of two places. So I think this is probably going to be the best one to go to. I think so. We're going to go unlock this base here. Oh, bloody hell. So I just leveled up last night, so I don't need to do any buying any guns or anything like that. We can just get into some serious mission play here, which will be good fun. Ellersgar will remember this. Do you remember this, Ellersgar? Madison Square Garden? Post office building? Went for breakfast here on this corner. Look, it even looks a bit like it. Don't know. I know. I don't know if Ellersgar's in, but me and Ellersgar went for breakfast in this place. Looks a little similar. Not perfect, but a little bit. High level agents, aren't they? They can run all day long. It's in their training. I like how they can do that over. Oh, we got bad guys. Have we? No, they're good guys. No, there is. Did he drop something? I'm a bit trigger rusty, to be honest, Kathina. You'll have to bear with me while I get up to scratch. I think I noticed and got these guys' attention here. Oh. OCD, 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 OCD. We're not going there yet. However, we will take that. I'm level 7 with this character, Dave. That lasts about 3 seconds in the data zone. Actually, a good sniper build is it's needed. I actually went to this train station while I was in New York. It had scaffolding at the top here, but you can see it in my pictures. And the inside's actually very, very similar, apart from this a nice mural in the real one. Mural? Mural. It's a really nice station, actually. Right, we'll unlock this. See what? We'll get these first. Hot. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you all a treat, and I'm going to do one of the main missions straight off the bat. I'm just going to check to make sure she hasn't got any really good weapons or add-ons. 2, I think I've got 4. I think I've got 4 critical hit on my gun, I think, on the scope. Yeah, good memory. Good memory. Right, so let's do the Lincoln Tunnel one. I don't know how easy this one is to do on your own. Yeah. So yeah, some sniper builds are kind of really wanted by people. Craps on a stick, come on. I don't know where my shooting's gone. Christ on a stick. I don't know if it's because of my most recent level up, but I just seem to have dropped off. I don't seem to have the same firepower that I did before. Yeah, I was thinking of doing the train yards one, Dave, but that's a strange one, and it's really hard. Yeah, we should be alright here. I keep forgetting I've got a sticky bomb anyway, so I'll get him with that. It's a bit of a waste of a grenade, but never mind. Let's pop your head out. There you go. Crap on a stack. Yeah, I'm not sure about the whole space lightning thing. It's bizarre, but it's full. Okay, let's push up. Whoops, wrong way. Hello, peekaboo. Telling me. They're all trying to flank me by the looks of it as well. Where's it gone? Oh, craps, Christina, I didn't realise that. Thanks very much. No, it's me.
If those bombs go off, you know which one
Do you know, I always
get.
do that. Thanks for the 6 people who decide to watch even without audio, though. What an idiot. Make a great streamer, me. Right, okay. Can you hear everything now? You should be able to hear everything loud and clear. Let's push that up a bit. In a bit of realm. Okay, that should do. Be much more interesting to listen to now because you can hear the. Dave, why didn't you mention that? You're like a right idiot now.
Listen, I'm sending one of my people down to take care of that bomb. Cover her ass.
Misfits.
I'll disarm this thing.
Some people push up when you're in a group, but I prefer to play more defensively when I'm on my own. It's just a bit better.
Warning. Hostiles inbound on your position. Alert. Hostiles are headed this way.
You think the story's boring? I love the story in this game. Kept me coming back. There you go. first time that's happened. I could have blown him up with a sticky bomb actually. You'd be surprised, Katrina. You'd probably be better than you think. Oops. The trick in this game is to, yeah, it's nice, isn't it, Jess?
20 more seconds.
And in the next iteration, they're actually licensed.
Damn it, that was too close. They don't care who they kill to get what they want. Come on up, and I'll meet you in the control center.
Yeah, the guns sound good, and like I say, in the next version, they've linked up with a load of gun companies to get official sounds and everything for them, just to make them that much better. And it's going to be set in the nation's capital as well, which should make it even more interesting.
Oh, look who it is.
Sword will do nicely. Now with this build at this level, I don't know how it's going to hold up against the boss. Well, I guess we'll just have to see. Is it a play on Skater Boy?
If the candle has a med team ready to go as soon as the train arrives.
Jesus, what we got left. Glad to meet you, whoever you are. Hope we can count on you with Dorsey's time.
Talk's cheap.
We got a hell of a fight.
You see him die? Yeah, see, he's gold. This is going to be interesting. Oh, he jumped. I've never seen him do that.
One enemy.
I just throw the wrong grenade at him.
Agent, your playmates have a sniper positioned ahead. Keep your eyes open.
This is a bit I'm always unsure about. I can't remember whether the guys come running down at you and you can take a few of them out. Yes, you can. have to get down there. Flanked. Ah, we can all do it. Oh, cripes on a sticky. Took me out there. Let's try and draw him forward.
Get the fuck away from me! The motherfucker's got my eyes!
Got you bugger. Right in the head.
Agent, my people say the threat has been eliminated. I thank you, my guys thank you, and the people of New York fucking thank you. I'm on my way back to the base with an escort. Let's talk when you get there.
Good job, Agent. If they'd blown those floodgates, we would have lost a major supply line. Now Benitez can get back to the security wing. See you back here.
Shot damage? No, that's nothing there. Right. So what should we have a look at now, seeing as we're here? Let's go around the top parts.
Agent, we've recovered a disturbing piece of video footage. These rioters are goddamn animals. Lau says she's uploaded it for you.
This one. Don't think I've seen this one.
All units, we have a possible 1013. Be on the lookout for car 55, over.
Hang on, is that it?
Oh no, let me call it in. Dispatch is car 24. We have visual on unit 55. Looks abandoned, over.
Copy that, over.
Mother Christ! Shit, they're behind us! Forget it, just go! Now, now! Dispatch, this is car 24. We are over...
Car 24, what's going on out there?
Dispatch, this is car 24. We gotta get back up.
Oh, okay.
Agent, we've got some communications problems with the network, and I'll need you to check it out. We never did...
It's a long way up there. I know where we are. Okay. Yeah, we can go to that one. You should have a go at this, Kathin. I'm trying, even on one of the free weekends, I'm trying to get Ella's guy into it. system. Can't wait for number 2. Yes.
And we got 3 more bodies since yesterday. Bagged up and decontaminated.
Okay, we should have a pickup for you within the hour.
Great. Honestly, I don't understand how you cope with it. Me, I'm really starting to... Hang on. Something's going on. Sir, you can't be here. This is an official Sarah Recovery Center. You'll have to...
Stand back and no one will get hurt. We're only here for the supplies. No one needs to...
Oh my god! Oh my
god! I don't quite know it inside out yet. But I'm not far off it. There are some times I'm a little bit unaware of where I am, but we need to go out there, so we need to have a quick look around here. I'm sure there's nothing else in here. There we go. Survival guide. I've actually got the book which accompanies this. Pretty good. So... Oh. Oh yeah. Okay. How long have we got? 3 minutes. 4 minutes, okay, that's not too bad. It's not even so much knowing the map actually when you're doing it, it's about being able to kind of scan around quickly enough and see what you need to be doing. I mean, I've considered playing through it actually with all these kind of little lights turned off.
Apologize to no one.
Getting a bit close. It could be the game. Sometimes the game has a slight lag, but it also could be the stream, because I don't know what's been wrong with the stream. It was lagging earlier. Ah, the stream looks alright. Might be the game, Jess. It does have moments where it kind of stops. I need to also have a look at this, why the stream lags, because my output.
Agent, great job as always. But just in case it had crossed your mind, I'll give you some advice. You should stick to your day job. I mean, you're clearly a great agent, and there are way too many actors in the pool already. The division needs you more than network television does.
Let's have a nosy up here. You wouldn't believe how closely this feels like being in New York. It really, really does. It's crazy realistic. I mean, unfortunately my computer doesn't run the graphics at its best, but if you've ever seen like the No, you pick up lots of different clothing as you go through. You kind of loot places and find it.
Thanks. I mean it.
I've got a ton of stuff. Like I don't know if I can actually change appearance. Okay, yeah. So I've got a ton of hats and stuff. Probably everything there is to get, I think now. Loads of different trousers. God knows how many of them. Shirts, patches, scarves. You can have scarves as well. I don't really. And you can also have masks. You win these by doing stuff in the special. You have special events. If you complete certain things, you get masks. So, and then you can have outfits. But I really very rarely do they? No, the outfits are cosmetic. All the outfits are cosmetic.
All units be advised. Civilians are under attack near the underpass on West 39th and 10th.
The guns
Need someone to do a sweep.
are all. The guns and everything you roll, so yeah. You see loads of people with them on, but yeah. Sometimes, like, depending on the character, I'll put a Western hat. I did have one who used to have a Western hat on it. I deleted that character though. So you can see you've kind of got firepower, stamina, electronics, and you got primary firepower, toughness, and skill power. If you have a look at your guns here, just block them. I'm not going to be using them. So for example, your guns have damage, as you can see on the right, so that how much damage they can inflict, like a DPS thing, so it's 2680 DPS, and then you add things on to make it stronger. Then the guns and stuff have recoil and all that jazz. You can have heavy weapons, sniper rifles. There's a couple of heavy weapons actually. And some of the heavy weapons are actually alright, I don't mind them. But I prefer assault rifles and SMGs if possible. And then you've actually got, you see these pictures next to the gun, those are certain talents that the gun will give you. If your firearm stamina or electronics meets its requirements. It's kind of a balancing game in that sense. Then this stuff has major and minor attributes as well, so you can see on the right you've got like 30 armor, you've got a minor attribute which gives you extra ammo, and then obviously you fiddle with that to get, you can see here it says critical hit chance, and then it's got like some marks next to it. That means I've actually changed it to give myself more critical hit chance and stuff like that. So there's like min-max rolls and stuff, similar to Elite in that sense, in that you're trying to make your kit better. And then as you get to the highest levels of the game, you get named equipment, which you... Alright, I'll do it just for you. It reminds me of the hat in there. You know Dumb and Dumber? Which one? We'll go for the official brown one, though. Proper brown one. Dumb and Dumber, when he's been to the shop and spent all the money. Okay, what am I doing here? The shooting part is kind of secondary to it. It really is.
Morning. Hostile forces approaching.
Gonna enjoy taking you out. He got out. Breathe deep.
Ah! He shouldn't have got me with that. How can you throw two? That's a bit much, don't you think?
Agent, we've got a supply crate down that needs some attention before someone else finds it. We can do this.
Got his own bloke there.
Take this. Don't waste no more time. Let's get this over with.
making this easy, am I?
Warning. Hostile forces approaching.
Don't hold back! Let's do this. Up the city.
Never used my CMDR. That's why. Doesn't work.
Thanks for taking care of that.
Mrs. San Marco, yeah. Oh, for Christ almighty. Just because you're my viewers, I'll let you. I don't know if there is a loachy looking one. That kinda looks a bit like the loach. That he does have one of these on in one of his photographs. He has one of them on in one of his photographs. The loachiest. I didn't know I had headphones. Don't know where they came from. Don't know half the stuff I've got. There's so many different bluey options. He has one of them in one of his pictures. I think that's about as close to the loach as you're gonna get, isn't it? Go with that one for now. I don't know if there's a. The gate is horrible. The wool scarf doesn't really do any justice. The low Bolivian scarf. I don't know. Half of these I didn't even know I had. Right, we'll go with that one. Right, okay, let's see what we've got. Right, we need to actually. We should go grab that while we're here. That's not truly important. We might actually go. Let's see where we are, and then I can work out a path. Right, we'll go do that one.
Agent, we've got a supply crate down that needs some attention before someone else finds it. We can do this.
Bet San Marco runs like this as well. Hunched over.
Warning. Incoming hostiles. Warning. Supplies taking fire. Warning. Incoming hostiles.
Ah, stuck on the wall.
Don't like the looks of this.
Warning. Incoming hostiles.
Yes, my one in Ghost Recon Wildlands does have a. Definitely has a hat on. Where's my aim?
just like I myself recovered some endangered supplies in Season 3. Maybe later on you could put in a word with casting. You know what? Let's do lunch when this thing blows over.
Where's the damn phone? Ah, it's down here. Okay.
Hello?
Sounds like one of my phone calls. Apparently, the upgrade options in Red Dead are just going to be out of this world. The stuff that they're talking about being able to do. I have to fire this off because I don't know where they are. There they are. Okay.
Well, no one else is gonna use it.
And we've got Cindy with us now, live on the phone from New York. Cindy, what can you tell us about the current situation?
Yes, Steven, it's a chaotic scene here at the Lincoln Tunnel as citizens try to push through the JTF checkpoint before it closes indefinitely. There's still no official word on how long this lockdown will be in effect or what relief Sarah will provide to those who are left behind, many without power or heat. Emotions are running high, to say the least.
Agent, we've got hostiles at a Sarah warehouse on
I
40th
don't have
requesting
any idea
division
where I
support.
am again. Oh, I know where I am now. He's so bloody Where's doors and what's the sound of gunfire?
Without you, we'd have been dead.
I got so lost in the bloody
About hitting the next JTF patrol they see.
in the snow there.
Warning,
Snow,
hostile
complete
forces
snow
approaching.
blindness.
We've got tangos inbound.
Complete snow blindness there.
Could not have messed with us. Get rid of them. Cut him off.
Headshot. Not bad considering I couldn't bloody see
Warning,
him.
hostile forces approaching.
No survivors.
The snow blindness is shocking here.
They're killing us.
Great work. You got my guys out of a tough spot.
What happened, Alazgar? At least you had sound. Kathina had to tell me halfway through that I didn't have any sound on.
Best of luck out there.
Let's have a look. I'm gonna sell half this gear. No, because that's gonna bring my. Oh, that's all right. I'll use that one. That one can go in the bin. Now the really important thing is what paint am I gonna have on my backpack? There was one I haven't tried yet, which I want to see what it looked like in the on the snow. Munchkin Sphinx? No. Parallel Dog Rose, Parallel Maple. I want to use a Parallel Maple, that was the one. It's ridiculous amount of colours and stuff you get for it, but okie doke, Jess. It is headshot damage, so we're not going to take that. Okay, so I was kind of doing a walk around here, so we're gonna...
Agent, we hear some innocent people are being attacked by someone called Wild Child. I need you to intervene. Can I just mention this reminds me of a scene we did in Season 2, so if you need any advice...
Let me just change my grenades, because I don't want to waste a flame grenade, because they're quite hard to come by.
No. No, no, no.
Oh, I didn't realise he was. I didn't realise he was yellow. Oh.
Hey, just taking care of business.
That was close. Try and keep my distance here, see if I can't get... Bloody hell, that's a strong shot. Oh, he's coming down. Bit of a waste, wasn't it? Oh. Oh, if you think he's bad, Kathina, you want to see some of the big ones. No, I mean...
Got him, Agent. Great work. We're really nailing this, you and me. It's so exciting.
This is where people get a little bit hung up on the game.
Anyway, over and out.
Because a lot of people come into it. I was just actually playing with a new guy yesterday or last night, just helping him out for the first missions. He was giving it Call of Duty, you know, just... And he kept on dying and he couldn't understand it, and I was like, you've got to use cover because it is an MMO. This is an MMO. It's not a shooter, it's a looter shooter MMO, and it's not even, the shooting part is kind of secondary. Once you learn, like, kind of... Once you learn the kickback on your guns and stuff, they're pretty easy to control. It's not So yeah, the bosses are very bullet spongy. You've got to plan, or at least kill them correctly and do it in the correct way. He was a really high level boss, especially for my this build, because this build's a little bit. Oh. It's a little bit off. I think not quite what it could be. I think there's another boss here. I'll have to try and get behind one of these. Don't know if he's a boss yet or he's just somebody walking around. No, he's a boss. Dealt with him, like. Yeah, I think maybe something like Borderlands is probably closer to it. I mean, and in the next version, they're making it. I mean, they're making it so that you have to really.
Give it! Come on, hand it up! Hey, this is our.
In the next version, they're gonna make it so you really have to use. You're gonna have to really use cover and stuff, which it's about time because there's too many people. Like in the dark zone, Dave was saying earlier, go to the dark zone, which is the PvP area, and you can play in there on your own and have a good time. And you honestly you can, but then you just get some people come in and they're kind of running around, not using cover, and yet they seem to do better than you. Which can be really annoying, so but apparently they're dealing with that, so in the next iteration it'll be harder for people to play that way, which is probably very, very good for the game, I think. Right, we're running out of backpack space, so I'm gonna have to go to the safe house at some point. And then once I go to the safe house, I'll do a mission, I think.
JTF dispatch requesting backup. Multiple hostages reported at an electronics store on 11th. Priority 1, repeat, priority 1.
Warning. Hostile presence detected.
There's a couple of little bits I just love about this game. One is when you shoot the grenade guys in the backpack. Because it's full of grenades, it explodes. I absolutely love that. And the guys with the air tanks on, if you shoot the air tank, it goes up, which is really good. Yes, sometimes they also do this thing where they kind of run in your face. One guy will run in your face while somebody else is shooting you, which is really annoying because you just can't quite get a grip on what you're doing. But I mean, they said they're going to cover. They said they've basically been watching people play and trying to understand what it is they need to change about it.
Thanks for coming through,
Because
Agent.
they're not actually. The strange thing is they're not very good at. They'd never made an MMO before. This is the first MMO they've made. So there's a lot of mistakes at the beginning. A lot of people said it was even broken. I just think the story, when you go through all this leveling and you actually listen to the story, it's really interesting. Okay, we're gonna have to go trade all this stuff in because it's just can't use the gloves. There was a side satchel that I thought I might be able to use, but looks like that's a big no. What's that last one? Oh, looks like a big no on that one. Never mind. That's a good one. I'll keep that just in case my next level weapons don't work. No, the thing is, I've got a bit of a head start when I'm making new characters now because I've got more money, so I've got a lot of money, so I can buy pretty much all the good guns. However, I haven't got as much money as I thought. I think I spent a lot of it on the way, and I don't know what on. So on the lower levels I'll be alright, but when I get to the higher levels, I don't know how the hell I'm going to afford some stuff.
You need it? I got it.
Okay, so we're going to sell all that. I'm going to keep that G36 because you never know. That won't be any better than what I've got. So I'm going to go to this one. No, I do as well, and particularly this game because it's not your average one post-apocalyptic. It's actually based on something that, in theory, could really happen.
Come take a look. How is my new favorite customer?
Okay, that's not a bad one. I like the M4. I'll take a couple of them just in case. Extended magazine, need a couple of them. 1 point. I'll take that. 4% critical. Ah, it's critical hit damage, not chance. Okay, it's still alright. I don't need the suppressor, I don't think. Take that. Because if you're playing this for the first time, you wouldn't just be able to take all this stuff like I am, but because I've got a little bit of money, I can pretty much take what I want when I play through it now. And the idea of how this one broke out, you actually find out in one of the missions of how the actual outbreak broke out. It's just really interesting part. I mean, it's based on, it's not based on any of his books, but it's got the Tom Clancy name to it, so it has to, when they're doing Tom Clancy stuff, they have to try and abide by real,
you gotta see this.
Real life possibilities. Okay, I'm glad I got that, I'm glad I got that M4 because there's nothing here. I'll take that one, although I never use the Magnum. Disability, reload speed, critical hit, reload speed.
Step right up and take a look.
Probably not going to be anything here. Okay, let me just quickly put everything in that I want to put in. These guns are actually still better. I can take that one out for that one. But everything else.
Bliss is sure putting a lot of chips on the table with this Queen's Tunnel move.
I need to put that extra small grip on the other one. There's gun skins as well, by the way, so you can see. This was the handle I need to change, and
did a hell of a job cleaning out Madison Square Garden.
I'm guessing that one. Hang on, what am I missing?
We need to keep this space secure from now on.
That can't be that one. It must be that one. Is it? Yes. Don't know why I've made that mistake. Okay. Trade them in. Nearly done.
Maybe someone ought to go secure the police academy building, just in case.
Another satisfied customer.
What have we got here? Don't need them.
Man, I love making deals.
So we'll go back here and we'll do this mission because I quite like this. Actually, we don't even need to go back. We can go do it from here.
Agent, we, meaning Dr. Candle, need you to secure the Hudson Rail Yards area. The yards have become a tent city for the destitute and desperate. The people forced out of every place else end up here.
Yeah, there's kind of two ways you can do it. So, like, if Alex gets the game, which we were saying the night the other day, then I would probably go alongside him and drop everything. So whatever I pick up, I'd drop. That's what I like, leveling people in this game. It's good fun. I think the end game, similar to Elite, is just a little bit weak for me. But that's another thing that they're saying about the next game, that the end game's going to feel more natural in this.
You're making a real difference.
I think what will probably happen is, as you level up, the world will kind of populate itself again, so as you get rid of bad guys, other bad guys will kind of come and take their place, which could be interesting. So we'll go do this mission. It's a good mission, this one, actually. I have to remember to keep my first gun now, because my first gun is the best one.
Agent, it's Dr. Candle. I want to stress to you the vital importance of safeguarding any civilians you may come across. The math says some of those people must have survived the dollar flu. That means they've got antibodies to it that I need to have a hope in hell of fighting this thing. And the ones who are just sick, having a broader genetic diversity of virus samples will help us track the virus's rate of mutation, which is a long way to say, keep those people alive until I get what I need from them. Got that? Great.
Readings indicate an echo nearby.
Oh, that's nasty. God, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Hey! It's this or nothing.
I love how they scream in desperation.
Agent, you need to hear this. Faye tells me the cleaners are holding the entire Tent City prisoner.
That's what it looks like, and it fits the cleaner MO. If you wanted to eradicate every last vestige of detectable virus, where would you go?
Wherever the biggest concentrations are. Refugee camps, shanty
Yeah, I
towns.
mean, you know, I liked it the first couple of times building it up from scratch, because I built two up from scratch.
You ever wonder if you even deserve to survive
and
this
it
thing?
is pretty good fun.
Every day, Doctor.
Definitely
Every day.
at the higher levels,
Good luck,
it's good
Agent.
to get stuff on your own. For sure. Feels good when you come across some of the better equipment. But also completing some of these masks, even if you're not getting help from anybody, as in gear-wise, still completing, especially some of these big story missions as a group, because the enemies get harder. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's my own fault. I like it when you
Warning. Contamination levels
it's the enemy
increasing.
levels up.
You hear that, Agent?
It's a bit
You're
harder.
walking into the teeth of it now. Don't forget what I said about keeping any infected refugees alive. I mean, obviously you're gonna try and keep them all alive, but I need those virus samples, and I really need viable antibody samples from survivors. So keep them extra alive, I guess. You know what I'm saying. I'm going back to work now. Scandal out.
What's it when I'm missing right now? Ah, come on. Yeah, I mean, you can make 4 characters in this, so it's But the thing is, what they're doing now is, in this version, they've actually got a thing called shields, which you can earn stuff for the next game. So by completing things in this one, it's going to give you a foot up in the next one, which I really like as well. So the next one's set 7 months after this one, I think. So I like the idea of that.
Warning. Chemical signature of explosives detected.
Confirmed. It's Napalm B, all right. With that much capacity, they must be planning to burn out the whole damn yard. And when they do, they're gonna kill every last refugee in that shanty town. We need that tank moved somewhere safe.
Didn't see where it is. The only thing I don't like about this game is that a guy with a shotgun can dead-eye you from 100 meters. That winds me up sometimes. Absolutely dead-eye you from 100 meters. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I love about this game is the first time when I found out how much loot there is kind of lying around, and that it was a lot of it was hidden, and I literally spent a lot of my time just going from building to building. It's kind of me. And the thing is the game's so satisfying to do that. That's the thing. It doesn't, because the setting of New York. I honestly think because of the setting of New York, you can just kind of enjoy it, doing a bit of roaming.
Okay, Agent. As soon as you lock the situation down, I've got a joint Sarah JTF strike force ready to move in. They'll take samples from as many refugees as they can find.
Medical personnel?
A couple of EMTs in the mix, Doctor? Yes.
A couple? As in only 2?
The rest are first aid certified. They know how to tap a vein. Get going, Age.
Without contaminating the samples, I assume.
Or infecting themselves, yes.
I'll take your word for it.
Thank you, Doctor. Get moving, Agent.
Sampling team, can you hear me?
Patel here. Go ahead, Doctor.
Oh, Lieutenant, good. Listen, I need you guys to log intake info from everybody you get a sample from. Age, gender, ethnicity, general state of health on a 10-point scale. Then label and group the samples according to...
Excuse me, Doctor, but maybe this could wait until we get confirmation the op is actually complete?
You saying you don't have faith in your agent?
Just focusing on the task at hand.
Oh, there's tons
we'll radio
of
the doctor
buildings
as soon as the area is secured.
You can.
Yes, ma'am. Don't worry, Doctor. We'll get it all
tons and
worked
tons
out.
of buildings.
I hope so. It's only the survival of the
You can
human
go
species
inside.
we're talking
I
about.
mean, kind of not
Copy
endless
that, Doc.
amounts, but there's
Patel
tons.
out.
How can I put it? I mean, I'll show you kind of how linear it is, if you want to talk about it in that sense. Okay, so you start off here in this place. Well, you actually start off over here in Brooklyn, which is like a training area. And then you come over here. You start off in here, and this is level 2 to 4. So you kind of do all the missions, sweep all the missions up in here, find all the loot, because not only is there loot to find, there's like these telephones to find, which gradually give you the story. There's laptops, which give you more story as well. There's hidden books and stuff like this. And then you move into the next area, which is 3 to 5, and so on and so forth. You just keep on moving through the higher areas as you go, you know. So in that sense, it's linear in where you can go. You can't just run into areas that are overpowered, because you'll just get dropped straight away. But it doesn't feel like it, because there's so many side missions and side quests and stuff. You don't feel that you're being ushered anywhere. Or I've never felt like I'm being ushered anywhere.
You know the situation. It's too late for these people here. They're dead, every one of them. But it's not too late for us. If we do what we gotta do, Might not be too late for the rest of the country. So go to work.
Finish the job. Everybody goes, all in.
What's that there? Soundtrack just glitched out there. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm kind of playing it with missions here with you, but because there's people watching. But generally, when I'm playing off stream, you know, like I always say, the skybox is great. Look at the clouds are actually moving. Hey, the weather changes so drastically, so you can go from being in like a lovely bright day like this, where it almost feels warm, to complete and utter whiteout blizzard. I don't know, there's just something about that. It feels really, really good when you're playing it, and it all feels really natural.
Agent, if you can find the crane controls, drop that tank someplace safe.
And the funny thing was, is when I went to New York, I went to a load of places from this game, because you're just so used to seeing them over and over as I was playing it.
That should do it, Agent. Solid work.
Yes, good work. Now, sample team, listen up. Like I was saying, I'm gonna need those blood samples labeled and organized so we can track corroborating factors. Let's move this discussion to a different channel so we don't bore the agent.
I still got a few of these shields to fill up. It's scary. What this one says.
One of the things that makes a virus lethal is adaptation. Rapid mutation makes it harder for antibodies to identify and drugs to kill. What we're seeing in the samples you pulled from the population at the train yard is the degree of genetic drift green poison is already experiencing, and it's significant, which means it'll be that much harder to find a vaccine.
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. I think.
Secured from the train yard. I mean, those refugees, of course. It gave us something to think about. There's another report in the database for you to look at.
I think on release, a lot of people weren't expecting an MMO. I think people were expecting kind of a hybrid or something. And a lot of people hated the bullet sponge bosses.
And these forced relocations, this dark zone, what is the point of that?
We've already had a press conference on this. All the information is out there. Anything else is classified, and I can't comment.
So you're sticking with the story that this is some kind of decontamination procedure?
It's a delicate situation that we must take care of pragmatically. And we must focus on the bigger picture. There are millions of lives at stake here.
That's it. Both of those are step-ups. Not well. That one's a big step up. That one I don't know so much, but that one's definitely a step up. We ain't got time to bleed. They definitely got better. They definitely did a better job of it. I think I never had a problem with it, but that's because I don't play the PvP
we need you to
part.
find the security cameras over at the High Line and get them back
I don't
online
mind,
again. I've been using those for some upcoming auditions, and I mean, obviously we have other uses, but just to say I'd really appreciate it, in addition to the public service and yada yada yada. Over.
I don't really play the PvP part. I do go in there because it actually has loot in the PvP part, and you don't have to kill PvP players to get it. However, if you get any loot, you've got to kind of get it out before any other PvP players come and get you, which can be difficult sometimes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, if your gear's high level, that's it. You're gonna cream it. I actually walked along the High Line while I was in New York. Wasn't exactly like this, but pretty much. And the variety of missions as well. I mean, they're kind of the mission type can repeat itself, but just because of the sheer distance that you have to travel, or not the sheer distance, yeah, exactly. Of course, I mean, it doesn't help if it doesn't kill you if you can shoot. If you have something of a half decent eye. I'm not the best. I'm not the best shooter in the game, as you can see. I keep on putting holes in the roof half the time. There's a box down here somewhere, but I need to go over here, don't I? What was I going to say? Yeah, sorry, I didn't really say it properly. The mission types, not the main missions, but the side missions, they do repeat themselves. But because it's an adaptation of New York,
your objective has been updated.
They're in different spots,
Activate power relay.
and it doesn't feel repetitive.
Confirmed. Local power grid online.
I mean, when people are running some missions, you know, when you're in endgame, you might be running a mission 20 or 30 times, the same thing. But I don't know, it just feels rewarding. Lots of people keep on playing it. It's never hard to find people to do missions with. I've never had a problem finding people, even in its darker days.
Objective data has been updated. Activate secondary power relay.
Can't remember how you get in here. Better find out soon, son.
Confirmed. Local power grid online.
Oh, I came in here yesterday. I remember that now. I was like, why is that box not open? I came in here yesterday. Careful, looks like there's some bad guy around somewhere.
Nice work, and we appreciate it. I just want to say that our costume department has some great tips on dressing as a special agent. So if you ever want some pointers, I can do you a solid.
Alright, where are we? We'll go quickly. We'll run this side mission here. And I can get some better gear. Which one is this? Arms deal disruption. Okay.
This is our turn. Take out the leader.
Crap.
Yeah, we would have been fine without you.
Yeah, whatever. Of course we would.
Couldn't have done it without you.
Ah, okay, I'm still disruption. Okay. So yeah, I mean the map is it's massive, or it feels massive anyway. That's the other good thing about it. And they're saying, you know, the next one it'll be so different because they've actually picked a city with, you know, New York's New York. You can't really get away from the way the street is set out and everything. So in the Division 2, they've said they specifically chose a city where they could have
Patrol,
different
this is dispatch. I got a
layouts.
Rikers Arms deal happening at a parking lot under the High Line near Dyer. Need you to secure that ordnance.
I can't think in this cold.
Damn, I love having a gun again.
You tried, didn't you? Market. There you go.
JTF reinforcements requested. Warning. Incoming hostiles. Warning. Hostile forces approaching. Warning. Explosive device detected.
Has he sneaked away?
I got this.
Warning. Hostile forces approaching. Warning. Improvised explosive device detected.
But I might want to try and stop them getting to the... It does actually sound a bit like that. Incoming hostiles. Right, okay, so...
Good work. We got JTF on the way to bring those weapons back to the safe house.
Get rid of that one. Okay, so I've got good guns here. Guns that make me happy. Which is nice. Critical hit damage. Why did I try and take that away? Don't know if I need it, but... Okay, can't use them. Can't use that. Can't do it. Can't use that. Okie doke. That one? No. Yes. Oh. That one. The second one, no, it's set in Washington, and it's set in the summer.
This area is safe.
But I think it's going to have some. If it's anything to go by, oh look, there's somebody else here. If it's anything to go by,
Hey, anything you're looking for?
it'll have gnarly summer weather, I guess is the correct way to put it. I probably don't need that, but I'll take it anyway. Headshot damage, don't need to worry about that one.
Feel free to browse. If you recon Times Square, you'd make Rhodes a happy man.
Okay, sell that. Bye. I'm getting into the blue, some blue gear now, which is always nice to have some blue gear.
Public health officials have confirmed that a hazardous...
You know, you're stepping up a level or two when you're getting that blue gear.
Warning. You are now leaving the safe area.
Yeah, I mean, I only use it as a last resort, but I mean, essentially, you would, wouldn't you? Oh, 660, nice one. Doing well on the old medical stuff.
Riker's got a bunch of our people at their place over in Lexington.
Come on over. Captain Benitez even found some fresh coffee.
I just happened to walk by what's left of Kerman's. So what we're responsible for is Midtown to Lower Manhattan, mainly because nobody can get off of this island right now, including us. And the biggest problem we have is manpower, or lack thereof. Right now we got criminal elements occupying and controlling most of these neighborhoods.
Rikers, cleaners, street gangs.
Yeah, I don't have enough people to secure a block, much less maintain order and safety, so... Basically, these assholes are running around taking whatever they want and killing whoever they want because we got nobody to stop them.
Which means we get the task of cleaning up these neighborhoods, so we can at least get food and medical aid to the residents.
I don't know. I mean, an area this size, this many bad guys, I don't think you people can handle it alone. I mean, no offense. I just don't like the idea of throwing you to the wolves.
Captain, we are the wolves.
Right, well... Then maybe you can convince the division to send more of your guys.
For the time being, what you see is what you get.
Just a little.
I can't believe I'm begging the feds
I
to
can't
take over
believe
my
you
city.
watch WWE.
Any intel we receive, you'll be the first to know. Good luck.
You'll need it.
I haven't watched it since the Attitude Era ended, to be honest. Went right downhill after that. Right, okay, so we don't have an option on this one. We have to make the situation room, so make that.
Now we're
I've still
cooking
got
with
560
gas.
left, though.
You are hereby officially my go-to agent for classing to join up.
Right, so this is the thing that probably didn't explain before. Is this is the home base, and you actually have different sections based on your based on these three top ones, based on your firearms, stamina, electronics. We have different names. Anyway, you unlock stuff with all your points that you get, and each thing gives you something different. It can give you kind of a skill. So this has given me a smart cover skill, which increases my weapon performance. It's actually quite healthy smart cover. It's quite good for you. Then there's extra things, so like the armory. Unlocks an advanced weapon seller, which the earlier you can get that, the better. And different stuff gives different stuff, but I'm going to unlock the armory because I should have thought that through. Yeah, never really thought about that. No, I just didn't think. I guess so. I never think of it in that way, do I?
Sweet. Looks like we got ourselves a regular situation room. We can plan ops for all of Midtown from here. Nice. The armory's up and running now. More weapons and equipment for the good guys. Way to go, Agent.
Okay, so did I get anything? No, I don't think I did. Fortunately, a lot of this stuff's crap. That might be better than what I've got. That's not, certainly isn't. So the armor is actually, it's giving me crap stuff at the moment. So unlock an upgrade in here as well, 'cause I've got plenty of points.
At least that blue sky is dead.
660 or something. It's got a virus lab, protective, yeah. Because I made a mistake before. He's not scantily clad. Okay, I was going to say Bob Backlund. Not scantily clad. You have to be somewhere like wears trousers then. Are we talking current wrestlers or old wrestlers? Go with the virus lab.
Now that's what I call an improvement, Agent. You should charge more.
Contamination into, oh, that's not what I was thinking of there. Okay, perks. Protect it. Okay, so the hazmat's the next one I need. That's the next one I could do with. Let's see what perks we've got. Bum, bum. Now, okay, yeah, so I'm going to put a support station, because I love support stations. And we are going to go smart cover. So I'm totally changing up my play style now. I'm going to change it up a little bit because we've got perks, we know that. What about talents? We've got a few more talents now, so let's see what we've got. I don't need that. Suppressor hostile. I'm going to have to go with that one. Medikit gives me immunity. 1998, so that would be currently 1998. Debut in 1998. Can't be Triple H because he wears pants. I don't even know who's current. Not Ric Flair, is it? Yeah, it's Ric Flair. It's Ric Flair. I don't know why. That guy is hilarious in real life. Is it Ric Flair?
Hey, you want something else? You let me know.
No, Ric Flair was 96, I think. Can't be Ric Flair. Ah, Kane. Must be Kane then. Yeah, that was about 90. Was that 1998?
It's okay, I get it.
Is Kane really a favourite? Does he wrestle now though? Because he's a more back of the house stuff, isn't he? Right, so let's get these guns on. And then I'm surprised I even remembered him. What am I doing? Oh. Oh, that's the right way around. Okay, getting a bit confused here. Right, so we're gonna go. Top one's always that one. Critical hit damage. 24%.
You heard they got the head of the cleaners? Yeah, me too.
It was. I remember when he actually played the original Undertaker double. Actually, he played. There was him and somebody else. Can't remember the other guy's name who played the second one. I've just nicked that off the other one, have I? I have, haven't I?
Without you,
Right, so it'll have to be the second one down then. Okay. That'll do. Get rid of that one, get rid of that one. I hate this is the only part I dislike because it can be a bit of a pain in the backside when you're doing it all up and trying to get it all ready. Right, okay, so we have finished that part. So just go back and lock that. Yeah, I think you do. A little bit. I've noticed. Not judging. We all have our little fetishes.
Agent, you've done amazing work here. It reminds me so much of my own work.
We all have them, and nobody's worse than anybody else's. Right, okay, so I think that's 9 to 12, so we're off to this one. So we'll do a quick fast travel to here. I'll give you a clue. He was one of the toughest wrestlers
Thank
in
you.
the night. No.
How's life been treating you?
Yeah, not too bad. Cheers, Frosted. Nope. I'll give you a clue. One of.
You are now entering a safe area.
That's a clue in itself, that one. Mick Foley was actually great, but he wasn't my favourite per se. Like, his matches are completely memorable. Ah, you're not far off, yeah.
Best gear for the streets, right here. So, what looks good to you?
You're not far off. Oh. 167, 129. Cha-ching. Oh, we could level ourselves out. That would be good. Problem is SMG damage.
Another
It's
satisfied
alright for now. Where's the locker? There we go. Ah, well, you were 50-50. It was actually Hawk. Loved Hawk. God bless his resting soul and whatnot. It was him and the British Bulldog. But poor Davy Boy, who's brown bread as well. I don't think I've got a very good a very good track record of wrestlers, apparently. What do you think it'd have been your second guess? I'm gonna have to check with these gloves because they might not be the best option if. Oh, forgot to put me. Here we go. Fringewood. Right. Okay, and the last one is those gloves. I'm gonna have to put these back on because I've got the 3% assault rifle damage on them. This one's an SMG damage, and I haven't got an SMG, so might as well take that one. Right, okay. So, could go.
I think somebody's out there.
I could do this mission before bedtime.
So that little weasel picked a bunch of department stores to spread his little Black Friday surprise, and everyone knows Abel's. It might even be Amherst's Ground Zero. We need to find an original, unmutated strain of the virus to compare with the mutations our patients have. And the only place to find them is on the original bills painted with the original virus.
Which means we need you to head over to Abel's and bring back any tainted bills you can find.
Yeah. Those guys back then used to go through a lot. The health and safety was just non-existent back then. And they were, I mean, they really had to work for their money as well back then as well. Vince McMahon didn't become that rich from paying people. There might be, no? Okay.
Bobby, I got Drew. Got someone at the press office. What'd they say? They said they don't know, but the home games are canceled indefinitely and the airports are shut, so no one's traveling. I mean, the whole league's closed down. They can't just not play. I know. The whole world's gone nuts.
I love that phone call. They can't just not play. There's another one where somebody finds some coffee. That's my second favourite phone call of this game. The thing that makes me sad now as an adult is I hated Ric Flair as a kid.
Hard contact at West 38th and 7th. Agents on site requesting immediate backup.
Can I get my shot away on him?
Warning. Hostile forces approaching.
From where?
We've got incoming.
So I haven't got time for this. I wanted to do the mission before bed. Yeah, I mean he definitely had CTE. I think that's its name now. Definitely suffered with CTE, which dropped his gun, and they're still chasing me.
Just makes me think we have a chance.
Especially a lot of those guys who came over to the WWF from WCW. I mean, they helped put a lot of types of wrestling on the map, which hadn't even been looked at by the WWF before, like luchador wrestling.
Okay, Agent, you're looking for any bills our pal Amherst used to spread his original virus strain. We know he used Abel's as one of his primary launching pads, so with any luck, there should be plenty of contaminated greenbacks lying around in there.
As well as civilians. The store's one of the bigger refugee camps we've been monitoring.
Not to make a whole thing out of it, but if you don't find some unmutated virus I can use as a comp, we may as well give up any hope of creating a vaccine. So, you know, no pressure.
I love safe cover. It's
warning. Temperature rising. Elevated levels of carbon dioxide detected.
Uh-oh. Sounds like there's a fire in the building. I'll start feeding Isaac the structural blueprints in case you need them.
Yeah, I mean, well...
Calculating route to emergency fire suppression system controls.
Most of them probably had concussion every night. Wouldn't surprise me the way they get slammed down sometimes. Even if you're used to it, it sometimes catches you. At least guys in the NFL have been getting, like in the American football, are getting protected from CTE. Unfortunately, the wrestling's just that business, you know, everybody thinks it's fake and whatnot.
Emergency fire suppression system activated. System obstructed on upper floors. Manual override required.
Great. You keep going. I'll keep digging through these schematics and tell Isaac where the overrides are.
Remember, Agent, you need to collect any bills you can find with the original virus strain.
Check everything. Cash registers, charity donation stations, tip jars in the cafe. Any place you can think of that might involve cash.
Oh yeah, especially when you look back at it. Actually, I tell you, one of my favourite things from the 90s was when Ric Flair, people would like punch him in the face 10 times, and then he'd start to act like he was walking it off, but then face plant. Like I said, I hated him back in the day, but looking at it now, it's absolutely hilarious. I'm just so sad that I missed out on a lot of his stuff.
Thank God. Jesus, what a nightmare.
Let's go before those whack jobs find us.
Object test negative for viral contamination.
I think he even got eliminated
Echo
from the
available
Royal
for
Rumble
playback nearby.
one time. That way. And somebody punched him, he kind of got up, walked off and jumped up or jumped over the top rope. Oh, it was amazing.
My wife said Tanzanite. Is that something you carry? Oh my God, tell me you don't love this watch. I dare you.
That's the virologist who
so sorry.
is a
My
suspect
credit
of
card is
the
on the fritz.
Not a problem.
outbreak.
This is yours and $9.20 in change. Happy holidays.
So this is where the virus started. Ground zero.
Object test negative for viral contamination.
Yeah. I think that's where Shawn Michaels took it from. I think it was a nod to Ric Flair, because he never used to do it in his early days.
Object test negative for viral contamination.
I love the squishy noise when you shoot them in the head.
Let's hope the cleaners haven't torched everything in the place before you locate those bills.
Even if they haven't, extreme heat destroys DNA. Over 200 degrees Fahrenheit, the covalent bonds break
Yeah, I mean,
down,
I used to
and
love it as a
WX
kid. I
starts
can't
unzipping like
watch
a
it now.
sheet
It's just
prom dress.
way too vanilla.
One more reason to keep them at
For
bay,
my
Agent.
liking.
Like I said, no pressure.
I think it might, and I honestly think that it could end
Object
it one
test
day, all
negative
this
for
kind of
viral
vanilla
contamination.
attitude to it all. There's just no edge to it anymore.
Object test negative for viral contamination.
And it doesn't look like they're interested in giving it any edge.
Warning. Fire hazard detected.
According to the schematics, there should be an emergency override up ahead.
Warning. Increased viral contagion detected.
Bingo. That's gotta be our virus-infected bills somewhere nearby. Keep an eye out, but just don't lick them.
Warning. Fire hazard detected.
I found another manual override for the fire suppression system. Sending Isaac the location now.
Alert. Hostiles detected nearby.
To beat a dead horse, Agent, but I need those builds intact.
Warning. Now entering a contaminated area.
Exactly.
Warning. Viral contamination confirmed.
Keep your
Or
eyes
even
peeled,
you
Agent.
look at the stuff
We just
that
got a
really
report
isn't
from
needed
JTF
anymore, like
observers outside the building.
women being
More
naked all
cleaners
the
arrived
time. I'm
while
not
you were
saying I
busy
missed that
upstairs.
part, I'm saying that's not really needed anymore.
Give them a wide berth.
Just how
I
they
know I've
used to
said this
speak.
before, but I need those builds in
You know, you
mint
think about
condition,
the Rock,
so
Kurt
to speak.
Angle, people like that, how they used to just
Now leaving the
interact.
contaminated area.
Different days. Is there something hidden in here? Ah, there is. Nearly missed that.
Recommend targeting portable chemical reservoir. Alert. Hostiles approaching. Alert. Hostiles approaching.
I'm impressed, Agent. Locating undamaged bills with original strain virus in that place was like looking for needles in a haystack. But damned if you didn't pull it off. I can't wait to get my hands on them.
Oh yeah, like I said, I don't really watch it now.
I'm buying the next round.
I'm
assuming there ever is one.
I love MMA now. And Ronda Rousey was pretty good in MMA until she started getting her ass kicked all the time. I love women's MMA. Some of them are just really, really talented. It's but yeah, she she used it kind of the gimmick in the UFC as well. But with his permission, she'd asked him if she could do it. If she could use it, sorry, like his. Wait, no, that's pistol damage. No.
Thank you, Agent. That strain sample you secured told us a lot. I've prepared a report for posterity and the DCD. Have a look.
Which one's that one?
Samples of the original green poison pathogen, the ones we recovered off the currency used as a primary transmission vector, let us take a closer look at the virus's basic genome. What I found was clear evidence the bug had been manufactured. There's genetic material there from a half-dozen other pathogens, bolted onto smallpox to make a more efficient killing machine.
I love how you get those virus reports and stuff coming through. It's really cool. There's a load of videos and stuff as well that you get based on stuff that you experience. At the moment, I'm still looking at my division shields that I have to work on. So I've got 2. That one, I need to really start working on these, because these are the things that will give you stuff when you go into the Division 2. So there's ones that I know I'll probably never get to, but there's ones that I'm just too lazy, like underground stuff I can get that.
I see what you are.
Right, so it says talk to Jessica Candle at the base. So let's just quickly do that. Oh, that's 660 again. Doing all right. How much have we got in blue? Oh yeah, because I just did a medical one.
Honestly, welcome to another shitty day.
Hey, don't walk away.
Hey there, give me a second. Yes?
Sorry, Dr. Kendall, but the sample's not producing results that...
Did you run them at room temperature?
You said...
I said room goddamn temperature.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're within temperature variances.
You know what? I'll do it myself. Just put it down and we'll both pretend this never happened. Hard to believe you can't find good help in the middle of a pandemic, right? Anyway, the good news is we are up and running on what you've brought in so far. Dr. Ellis taking over the hospital wing was a lifesaver. Now I can focus on research. My wife always says I'm better with pathogens than with people. My ex-wife. Funny. Anyways, you just keep doing what you're doing. We are halfway to a blueprint for a vaccine, and with your help, we will get the rest.
Let's put the rest of that. I can't believe they were making napalm. That's just sick.
Quarantine gives us contamination intel. Medikits, could maybe do with the medikits. Protective measures, could definitely do with more. Always do with more protective measures, just in case you need to go up into a... You don't want to have to not be able to do a mission at some point. Critical save, combat medic. Critical save is good actually. Credit increase, credit gains. That gives you an extra medikit, so I'm gonna go with pediatric.
Looks perfect. I can't thank you enough. but I will bring you something from my wine rack.
Okay, then. Right, Kathina, thanks so much for coming into the stream and keeping me company, and anybody else who's watching in the background as well. Seems there's 5 people watch. I think 3 of them are me. I'm gonna call it a night because I've been on since what, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 hours. Hey, time passes really fast. What can I say when you're doing a stream? Oh yeah. Okay, you have a good night too. Okay, sleep tight. 9/7.